Welcome back to another video on the channel, and in today's video I'm giving my thoughts on David Okagbue rejoining Walsall on a permanent deal after rejecting a new contract at Stoke City. Overall thoughts on this one: I think it's a solid addition. I've got no complaints over it. It's quite a smart move from Walsall personally on a free transfer as well, so no complaints from me. If we're going to go for David Okagbue, we're obviously very familiar with David Okagbue. He's obviously on loan with us last season, featured 35 times in the league, I believe, last season. And if I had to describe his season on loan at Walsall last season, it definitely got better as it went on, really. I thought his first couple games, I remember a notable one at Salford away on his debut. He looked really shaky in that game. He's quite shaky on the ball. We saw that in a few games as well. He gave away a lot of silly errors in terms of passing, but you're going to expect that as a young player, 19, 20, they're still learning their trade, really. So I don't mind if they're learning from it, and he did at times personally. I think was a massive key area with Dave really kicking on at Walsall last season on loan was moving to a central centre-back role. It really suited him in that back three. We had David Okagbue, Manny Adeboyega and Tyler Allen. It's quite a young defence, wasn't it? Everyone was a little bit worried at the time when they first started, but it's probably the best free centre-back partnership that we had all season. It was comfortable, it was very balanced, and like I said, it really worked for us. We went on that really good run of form, especially when Dave went in the middle. And what I saw with Dave, what improved on his game was more of his intent to win the ball. You as a defender, as any player on the pitch, you've got to have that edge to you. Sometimes, make that ball yours, and like a 50-50 tackle, he's really winning his tackles, throwing his body on the line for really key blocks in some of the games, especially to the back of last season. I thought he was outstanding and and I thought he got better in the air as well, as winning more of his headers, and I just saw a player really kick on at Walsall last season. I think that's probably one of the reasons why he's come back. I think he knows the place now. He knows most of the players. We have kept a lot of the core of the squad, and he probably feels like it's the right place for him to kick on in his career. Obviously, like I mentioned earlier in the video, he had been offered a new deal at Stoke, but he has decided to turn that down to join us. So he obviously believes in Walsall that he can get the best out of him. I think a key one is he's going to get regular game time. I don't believe he'd join us on a permanent deal if he was just going to come here and be a squad player personally. I think he'll be in that back three in the first game of the season personally, potentially. Obviously, if he doesn't get injured or whatever happens in training, really. I think, like I said, it's a solid addition. It's a really one that suits the Trevella model, doesn't it? Getting players from Premier League, Championship clubs that have been released or on free transfers, and we can develop them for a profit. And I think, even though it's frustrating at times, it's the only way you can survive sometimes as a lower league club. And yeah, I think it's a solid signing for Walsall. I think we're pretty much done in the centre back department now. We've got obviously David Okagbue, Donovan Daniels, Priestley Farquharson, Tyler Allen. We've got Evan Weir as well, Harry Williams, Oisin McKenty. I'd probably see more of a midfielder, but can slot in there as a back three. So we're looking decent in the centre back department. I'd probably bring maybe one more in on loan, maybe for cover, but that's not a priority. I think the priority is probably got 5 more signings minimum. I'd say another goalkeeper, an experienced one is needed. 2 strikers, hopefully not 2 on loan. We need 2 permanent strikers. They might cost a little bit of money, but it's worth it, isn't it? If they go on to score 20-25 goals to get you promoted, sometimes got to take that little bit of a loss to get a massive profit. So hopefully a big striking name comes in, and I'd probably say another right wing back to compete with Connor Barrett, and another left wing back to compete with Liam Gordon. Probably both of them on loan, just to add a bit of squad depth and competition to the squad. But it's coming along nicely now. Obviously, fans were very worried, a couple of weeks ago, but it's looking good now, and I think fans are going to be excited with David Okagbue. We saw what he did in the second half of the season, and I hope he can kick on and be a real good defender for us, and one where he can help us get to our aims, which is promotion. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments of the signing of David Okagbue. Do you think it's a good signing or not really? Thank you guys for watching this video. Leave a like in the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new, and up the Saddlers.